And then I see dads who say, you know what, this is my court ordered obligation. I'm going to pay this, but my child needs some new soccer cleats. I got to get that because I want them to play soccer. Why? Because I want the best for my child.
Okay, so in that
Mm-hmm.
situation, the hypothetical, this person has to pay $500 a month,
Mm-hmm.
but they know, okay, $500 might just contribute to like a car payment or whatever,
Yeah.
or school shoes, whatever. But they know they probably need to contribute more. Now, would you? How does that work? Because okay, if I'm understanding it correctly, the
Mm-hmm.
child support order is until the child is 18. Is that
Until they graduate high school in the state of Georgia, but does not surpass the age of 20.
okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is it true that okay, let's say it's 500 and
Mm-hmm.
then the child is 3, so they have 15 years or 17 years left. Do they just multiply 500 by the amount of months they have left and that's his balance?
That's a really good question.
So
Yeah.
if he's giving extra, would he
Mm-hmm.
be off of child support early if he's documenting that?
No. So anything past the court ordered obligation, so we're going to use our example of $500. If dad, let's say every other month dad is giving the mom 800, the $300 in surplus is a gift,
See, and
right?
I think
Because
that's where a lot of guys don't like that.
right, a judge is like, "Sir, we are not giving you any credit for being a good dad.
Yes,
It's
and
just being a good dad.
yeah,
And if you
that's.
have extra, pay the extra, especially if you know your child needs it, right?
Are you able to pay
Um,
like lump sums? Like,
a gift.
can you?
I would not encourage that, right? So the order is very clear for non-custodial parents, which is typically a father. Um, if Mr. Smith owes $500, that is all he is legally obligated to do.
Right.
Anything over that, a dollar more, is him just being a phenomenal dad, right? As opposed to a dad that's paying his obligations. And a lot of dads, they don't understand that. And so I think that's also where that educational piece comes in, because no matter what you've gone through with the mother or the baby mother or whatever the case may be, you really want what's best for your child. If your child wants to play basketball, and after $500 is not enough for them to have new basketball shoes, guess what? They're not playing
And
basketball.
see, I think the issue with that is that if you go by the law,
Mm-hmm.
you become very petty.
I
And
see
I
it. We
think
see it.
I think that's one of the worst traits you can have as a
Yeah.
man is
Right.
being petty.
Right.
It's like you know it's going to take more than 500, but I'm sending the 500 because I told you not to put me on child support anyway.
Yeah.
You put me on the child support, I got to pay the 500, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're saying, "Oh my God, whatever. I need 1,000, I need
Right.
1,500
Right.
because little Susie is going on a trip," and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I did my legal obligation. And I think that hurts a lot of fathers because, for one, if the mom's the primary parent,
Mm-hmm.
she can now hold out. Now she ain't giving you the times. And, it's just a lot of friction there.
Too much
So
friction. Too
it's
much
too
friction.
much friction.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to tell dads to, be the best dad you can be.
Mm-hmm.
But then, okay, let's say I've been the best dad for 6 summers in a row, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been overpaying. $1,000 here, 2,000 there, and then I have a summer where I lose my job or something
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
and now I'm in jail or I'm getting my license revoked and all of that because I didn't pay this 500. But it's like I've been paying 1,500 the
Right.
last six
And
months.
that's why I don't appreciate the portal. But aside from the portal, it takes emotional maturity from both parents, right? If this man lost his job, and you know he lost his job, right? He's behind on his own bills or whatever the case may be, or he has other children. Why? I mean, but why are we beating him up? Like, because legally he can file a modification and get it reduced. He's not going to owe the $500, but again, he has to file a lawsuit, pay attorney's fees, to get that done. But again, parents who are working together, because at the end of the day, if a mom is still being hard on a dad who lost his job, especially a dad who is overpaid, who has gifted her additional funds, what is that going to say to the child? Man, my mom is beating up my dad and he just lost his job. You know what I mean? Like, I think for me, one of my purposes and passions is to give more information to parents to have them have a different outlook, right? Start thinking from a child's mind. If you're beating a dad up who lost his job involuntarily, that's going to place a burden on him, right? And so he's not going to be in the emotional space to even care for the child in the same way. Number one. And then number two, he's getting from that same mom. I don't care if you lost your job, pay it anyway. That don't help cultivate the child.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a lot of misinformation online, and maybe it
Yeah.
might be different in different states, but
Mm-hmm.
like I know a lot of people say things like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you can just pay one like it was like a viral
Oh,
thing
not in
about
Georgia.
like Anthony Davis, not Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, he's an
Mm-hmm.
NBA player, and they were saying
Mm-hmm.
like his the girl that he's dating is requesting that he tried to pay $1 million, and that's just a large lump sum, and
Mm-hmm.
she can't never get no money again. And I'm just like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
If
not
that's
in Georgia.
like if that's real or.
No, that's not a real thing.
Thank you guys for watching. I want to make a deal with you. On my end, I'm going to produce high quality, informative content for you to enjoy and learn from. And on your end, you're going to subscribe down below to the podcast. Now we have a 50-50 deal to build this independent media company together. And if you want to invest with us and ensure our success, subscribe down to the YouTube membership. It really, really helps us hire journalists, hire videographers, and do the investigative journalism and independent journalism that you love and that you learn from.